I've invited here today for people like you, Akusi Afra. Jesus_Nest, please say hello. Let's see if we can hear your voice. Can you hear me? Omolara, please check. Maybe you've muted yourself. Let me see. No, you are not muted. So you should please increase the volume of your phone or something. Okay. So that you can join in. Jesus_Nest, we can't hear you. Yeah, how are you? We thank God. Yeah, we can hear you now. I hope you're doing okay.
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Why? What was happening?
Sorry for coming in this late.
Yeah, what was happening? I saw you were trying your best to join, but then it was just not allowing you. What was going on?
Yeah, I think my tab is not coming up, so I had to do one or two things to salvage the situation.
Okay. So as you can see in the comment section, Jesus_Nest, there is somebody here who just commented that she's been trying, she's been writing the OET, but it's just not working. So that is why you are here. I was telling you the other day that, guys, those on YouTube, welcome for joining in. It is Josephine Greatness, your midwife, and today I'm here with an OET coach who is going to take us through some questions. I'm going to be interviewing her, and then she will take you guys through. So from today, she is your OET coach. If you need help with OET, people guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just pop in the comment section yes, or give me a thumbs up or something. Let me be sure I'm not talking in vain. Akusi Afra, can you hear me? Please pop in the comment section if you can hear me. Good. Thank God. Wonderful. So and Jesus_Nest, also talk and let me see if we can hear you. Molara. Well, Omola, please speak so that we assure you we can hear you. Hello. Are you there? Jesus_Nest, are you there? Are you there? Yeah, so I was saying that you should talk so that we check. Yeah, I can. Yeah, say something again. I'm echoing.
I think I can hear you. If you can hear me, I can.
Good. Okay, so guys on YouTube, you all welcome. This is Josephine Greatness TV. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Hit on the subscription button. Click on the like button, the hearts, and comment in the comment section if you've got any questions about OET. Today is about how to pass your OET. And those on TikTok, I can see you guys are tapping on your screen. Let's not stop tapping on the screen. Keep tapping on it so that TikTok can, suggest the live to people. Great. So without wasting much time, we are just going to go straight into it. And I'm going to be asking Jesus_Nest some questions. And then after that, you guys are going to get a chance to join the guest seat. If you think you can't also stay for that long, you can just pop. If you've got any question for me or any question about OET, you can pop it in the comment section. And yeah, whilst I ask her the questions and she's answering, I'll be coming back intermittently to the comment section to check if there are any questions there. I hope that sounds like a good plan. Wonderful. So great. So Jesus underscore net. Let's go straight into the questions. Great. So my first question to you is, can you introduce yourself and share your background with OET?
Actually, um, as regards OET, it's actually a long story, but I'll make it short. I was trying to get my English back then in 2019, and I tried out many times. I couldn't, get through. So I switched to OET. Somebody just introduced me to it, and that was how I got it. So in 2021, I started some online lectures about it, and later I started practicing on my own. In 2022, I gave it a trial, and I had my first attempt. Okay, so during my first attempt, I would not say I prepared very well. I just didn't give it a go back then in Nigeria. So when I had that, I I was able to have require scores in all of the modules in the
Wow.
subtest except reading.
Okay.
Right? So I had just 10 points to go in reading, and I had to have the second attempt, you know. But with the second attempt, I was able to, get it right. So I had like
Wonderful.
370, that's B band, I was able to get through.
Wonderful. The reading is always the issue, isn't it? Even in IELTS, the reading is kind of always the issue.
Yeah, even in IELTS, it has always been the issue.
Great. So that takes me to my next question. So, why is the OET important for healthcare professionals migrating to any country at all, be it the UK, Australia, or other, English-speaking countries? Why? How important is it?
Oh, okay. Actually, Occupational English Test, that's the full meaning of OET. It helps to ensure that candidates that are not only proficient in English, all right? It's not majorly banking on proficiency in English, but also it's capable of understanding using some specific terminology, and some communication styles needed in medical fields. So questions set in OET, they are set in medical context. All right. So, and that makes it a valuable tool for all health professionals.
So would you say that the OET, unlike the IELTS, is just for healthcare professionals?
Yes, OET is just specifically designed for health professionals. Yeah, it is.
Okay, wonderful. Guys, please give me just a second. I'm trying to check my audio interface here. Let's see. Mm, Okay. So, Omolara, can you please, am I getting your name well? Please don't mind me if I've mistaken the pronunciation of your name, but can you try to lower your volume a little bit on your phone? I want to check something. I think it's better now. Shh, 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 shh. Yeah, I think it's better. Wonderful. So, my question again, I don't know, I didn't get it right. So, unlike the IELTS, do you mean that the OET is just for healthcare professionals?
Like I said, it's meant only for healthcare professions. I mean, about 12 professions that are attached to occupational English tests. Yeah.
Okay,
So, like IELTS, that is just more of general English proficiency. OET is specifically designed for healthcare professionals.
wonderful. Wonderful. So let's understand the OET format here. Can you break down the structure of the OET? So the OET is Occupational English Test, which is specifically focusing on healthcare professionals and not any other person. I'm not going to try to jump into subsequent questions, but just to make it clear to somebody who just heard what I said. So can the OET be used for educational purposes? That's if you are going to go into any educational program in healthcare.
No, no. The only thing OET is meant for is if you actually want to work in English language environments, okay, like
Mm,
English speaking environments, and at the same time you want to um, get an employment there. That is when you can write OET. It's not meant for educational purposes.
okay,
Okay, so it's majorly for employment.
for employment. Wonderful. Thanks for clarifying that. So, can you break down the structure of the exam? Listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Can you break it down to us? The pass marks needed in
Okay,
each of them.
the occupational English test. Yeah, I'm with you. Are you saying something?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. The occupational English test is structured into four subtests, or just like IELTS, the listening, reading, writing, and the speaking. Right? Um, each of these subtests they have their differences, where one would have to study their background and also study their um, criteria before you venture into it. Like the listening subtest is divided into three parts, and it takes about 45 minutes to be done. So the part A aspect of it, we call it consultation extracts, where
Okay.
you have two speakers in the house, the health professional
Mm-hmm.
and the patient. The
Mm-hmm.
patient is the one asking, coming with just a form of history taking in the
Mm-hmm.
hospital,
Mm-hmm.
asking questions
Mm-hmm.
about his or her health.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the person telling historical background to the problem he or she had come to lodge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's the health professional asking one or two questions about the background, but the patient is the one talking about the problem. It could be anything. It could be a disease condition, symptoms, onset of a particular. It could be the person could talk about the patient could talk about one or two things, one or two of his past medical history. Allergies could be talked about. Occupation of the patient, background to this present condition the patient is having, and all of those. Right? So those are the things part A involves. But part B is a little bit different because we call it short workplace extracts, where the background involves a workplace where two or three persons are talking about something. It could be a case of handing over or taking over. It could be team briefings and all of those things. So questions are set under that. But the part C is a presentation extra. I'm still on listening subtext, don't forget. So the part C now has a presentation extract where your questions are likely to come in form of a presentation or interview. However, questions are set around research trials, research findings, case studies. So this is this all about listening subtests. Yeah.
Okay.
But for the reading, it's a little bit different. 60 minutes to be completed, also divided into three parts. The part A, which has 20 questions, and you have just 15 minutes to answer 20 questions. So if you're not fast, if you're not smart about it, before you know what is going on, your 15 minutes is over. So that section is a little bit dicey, so you just have to know your way around it. All right. But part B is MCQ questions, just 6 in numbers. Then part C also MCQ questions, 8 questions in extract 1, 8 questions in extract 2. So that makes it 10 questions in parts. Right? That's all for the reading subtest. But for writing, this is a bit different because it involves letter writing. So you have just 3 letters that you have to master before your text hits. The referral, the transfer, and the discharge letter. Although you just have 45 minutes to complete your writing task. Even though you'll be given just 1 letter in the exam form, but at the same time, on your text page, you have to be smart about your writing. You have 5 minutes to read through your case notes. We call it case notes. And you have 40 minutes to write.
Wow.
To transform those case notes into letter. Either refer, either transfer, either discharge. Whichever one your writing task asks you to do, that is what you will do. All right, so let me go to the last one, which is the speaking subtest. Here is professionally specific. And let me mention something about writing too. It's professional specific. How do I mean? The writing of doctors are different from the writing of nurses.
Okay.
Because even on the test sheet, you see your photograph on your tests, your writing test. You see your name, you see your profession. So, and they would ask you to identify yourself or what has been given to you. So if it's not yours, you are meant to return it so that you won't write doctor's writing tax.
Okay.
Aside from the nursing aspect. So it is important that you identify your writing subtests on that test date. So for speaking, it takes about 30 minutes to be completed. There are just 2 role plays that will be done on your test date. The examiner is standing in as either your patient, either your relative of a patient, a carer to a patient, or another professionals. And you are, as a nurse or as a medical doctor, you are standing in gap in that regard. Okay. So
wonderful.
Your examiner, your interlocutors, sometimes you call them interlocutors, they are the person standing the role of the patient. Most times the role of the patient or a patient relatives. Okay. Then you are to do 2 major role plays. And these scenarios have to be done in a real, as if you are in a real scenario. Okay, you just have to pretend as if it is real about it. So that's what I can say in a short form regarding the subtests, the 4 subtests that we have.
Amazing. Amazing. So how is the OET scored? How is the exam scored? And what is the required score for passing?
What a big question.
How is the exam scored? And what's the required score for passing?
OET score. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. OET is actually graded on a scale of from 0 to 500.
Wow.
In 10-point increments. What do I mean? You have the results, they have been reported as grade, like grade A, B, C, D, E is the lowest.
Okay.
So when you are having your score, there's what we call score scale, and there's what we call grade. The grade is the A to E. The score scale is from 0 to 500.
Okay.
Like if you want to have score grade A, you must have 450 to 500 points.
Wow.
If you want to have grade B, you must have 350 to 440 points. It's just like that in 10 increments. If you want to have grade C plus, you should have 300 to 340 points. Grade D has to do with 100 to 190 points. Then grade E, 0 to 90 points. That's how it's being graded. Okay, so I think for medical doctors, most of their grades would be in A. It is requested that they should have nothing less than 420, 450 in each of the subtests. But for nurses, there's still grades of 350 upward.
Okay.
Doctors, you can't score less than 400 for each of the subtests. So, but for nurses, 350 upward is the band score. Only for writing that you can have C plus, which is 300. 300. You can't score less than 300.
Okay.
For nurses. Okay. So it is important that you should be at the safe side. Ensure that you are targeting grade B, which is 350 upward in each of the subtests. I'm talking about nurses now. Then for doctors, 400 above in each of the subtests. Then you can have your required B band and A band respectively.
Wonderful. So that means that doctors, their requirement is their pass score is quite higher than that of nurses and midwives. Great.
Yeah, it's quite higher than the nurses. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's move straight into preparation tips and strategies. What's the best way to start preparing for the test?
If you would ask me, I think I would ask you to just gather information around it, which is the first thing. You just have to know what you want to get into. And also, you have to be ready to give it all it takes. This is not about, I am into tutorials. I mean, that should help. No, it's all about you getting ready to practice intensively to gain or to gather momentum around the OET as a whole. Then another thing I would ask you to have mindset of having a good success. And you should tell yourself that this thing is doable and I can do it.
Yeah, so positive mindset is also part of the first, tips you would give. Exactly. So guys, knowledge is power. Information is power. So just as Jesus_Ness is saying, make sure you are looking for information about the OET so that you know where you are going to, you know what you are getting yourself into. So how long should a candidate prepare before taking the test?
It depends on the candidate, I must confess, because the first person I had to take OET, this person is a close friend of mine. That was 2022, around January, we started.
Yeah.
And she had just 1 month coaching.
Wow.
So that was all through January. Second week in February, we had a test.
Wow.
And I must tell you, in fact, she blew my mind away because she actually had great scores, like 400 points. Wow, even for the first time of coaching a person, at first attempt, this person had tried IELTS 2 times with no result.
Wow.
So she told me that, this thing, I can do it. And for me to have a close friend of mine to stick to me regarding this, I must do something about it. So she prepared extensively within a month. And I've trained candidates. Some candidates actually some of them it takes them longer because they're not really focused, they're having some kind of distractions. It takes them about 3 months. But I would suggest that have a coaching of 1 month, have extra 1 month to prepare on your own. I mean, extensive practices and all that to gather momentum so that within that second month, maybe the last maybe the ending or the last phase of the month, you can have your exam. I mean, you are going to bounce well. You actually know what you're doing.
Okay. So in summary, if you are not having too much distractions around you and you are going to commit yourself to, learning, reading, studying, preparing yourself, then you should use about a month because somebody has used a minimum of a month to extensively learn to pass the test. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Amazing.
A maximum of 2 months.
A maximum of 2 months. Amazing. Thank you for that. So guys, please stay tuned. Ikwi Afra, Akosia Afra, I hope this is helping you already. So, do you recommend self-study or joining an OET prep class?
Well, if you would ask me, I still want all candidates to join OET prep class at first. Because if you don't know something, you should not even beat around the bush regarding it. You just have to go straight to the point, eat it at a time, no wasting of time, and you write your exam. So of course you are still going to do self-study. There's no how you are going to get tutorials without you sitting down on your own and studying what you've been taught, reinforce on what you have been taught. So it is better that you get, you join OET prep class, then self-study will follow.
Okay, we get that. So let me ask this question. Are there any specific resources or practice platforms you recommend?
Well, I think the official OET page will be helpful because that is where you can get some materials, and they have their official live page as well that can assist you. When you click on the official OET page, you will see 1 or 2 tips that can assist you. Even if you register with them, there will be mails that will be sent to your email, to give you tips day by day. Despite the fact that you are registered, a tutor, taking you through the step. But at the same time, official OET page is the page that I can recommend to people to go and access materials, also, get some useful or helpful stuffs around OET. I would not recommend YouTube page because there are a lot of internet junks outside there that will confuse you the most.
Of course. So, what is the OET official page? What was the name of the official page?
It doesn't have any specific name. Just type OET official page. It brings it out. Just research it. It brings it out. It does not have any. The original official page pops out once you type it out.
Wonderful. So now let's move straight to section specific advice. So let's talk about the listening section first. What are some of the key tips for improving OET listening skills?
I think the first thing is to be an active listener.
Okay.
You just have to be active about it. Because if you are passive, like and just listening for listening sake, just for me to get 1 or 2 things, you cannot get anything.
Okay.
And what do I mean by being an active listener? There are some information that will be said while the recording is playing that you need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So if you are passive about listening to such recording, you cannot get anything. You will keep failing. It's not a course, it's just a fact. So being an active listener will assist you to pick some words. We call them keywords. These words are in your text. They are the words you are saying. And at the same time, when the recording is playing, those words will be mentioned in the recording. But if you're not an active listener, you will not listen, you will not hear it.
Okay.
As a person will say, I did not hear. It was said, you will edit it. It's just because they're not active enough to put them.
Yeah. Amazing.
So paying attention to details will help you.
Thank you. So, guys,
also,
okay.
There's this listening resource that I would always recommend my candidates to use. I call it TED.com.
What again?
Let me see if I can type here TED.com.
TED.
Just put it on your screen.
TED Talk.
TED.
Okay. You can type it in the comment section. We will wait for you.
When you put it on your Chrome, it gives you a background where you can see topics. When you click on topics, there are topics ranging from letter A to Z. Just click on H, which is health or healthcare. Click on any of the two. Start listening to anything about relating to health. Of course, you're doing OET, so it's health related topics and questions that will be set on them. So please try to use TED.com. It will help you. So when you click on .com, go to topics, health or health care topics, then you start listening to those topics. Some topics will come in form of 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute videos, and this will not only help your listening skills, it will also help your skimming and scanning skills when it comes to reading. Because when you have clicked on the video, there is something called transcript. Click on the transcript, you will see everything that is being said on the video that will be put on your screen. So it reads so fast so that you can pick so many words, at a go. And at the same time, it's going to help your spelling abilities. Because once you transcript, you'll be able to see so many spellings and you pick them up one after the
other. Okay. Wonderful. So, what about the reading? How can people improve their reading speed and accuracy?
Yeah, for reading, well, one thing about reading is that you have to be conversant with the use of synonyms and paraphrasing. In fact, many people have issues with this. They tend to, maybe there was a phrase in the text that mentioned something about, let's say, painkiller, for example. Okay? And there's another phrase in one of the options that was given that mentioned something about analgesic. Do you know they are the same thing?
Yeah.
Painkillers, analgesic is just the use of synonyms there. So people do not know how to find their way around it, and they keep coming back and forth, having issues with reading. Another thing is that you have to, just have to know how to get a quick grasp of a text or passage at a glance. When you hold your text, you know what a particular paragraph is saying at a glance. It is very important. And this thing does not come in a day. It's something that you have to build on. One thing about all these English tests, even in IELTS, is that many people just think, I want to write, I want to write, I want to write. It's a whole lot of work to get it done. So if you don't do it in a way that you are patient about it, and at the same time you have your hard work included, you might be having issues. Then the most important, another thing that I can call important skill that you need to build up is your grammar and vocabularies.
Okay.
You can say, well, is it not OET? Questions are set in medical context. I should be okay. Yes, questions are set in medical context, but my dear, it is an English test. Do
Yeah.
not forget. They are not looking at uh, your how do I say your terminology, your medical terminology here. They want to test your how efficient or how proficient you are in English now. That's the only thing they want to test.
Mm-hmm.
OET is just a bit friendly because it's coming in a friendly environment. You being a medical person, that's
Okay.
just it. It's still the same thing like I is also English proficiency test.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But the difference is that it's the questions are set in medical context just to help your communication styles
Yep.
in a way so that by the time you are finally employed, you know how to go about it when it comes to communication and really with patients.
Amazing. Amazing. And what about the writing? What makes a strong referral or discharge letter? And what are some of the common mistakes people should look out for?
Well, I think you have to stick to the marking criteria.
Okay. Okay.
There are some marking criteria that have been outlined for writing and it has to be stick to. So sometimes, you know, some people can't tell, how do I say now? They don't know how to stick to writing criteria. They tend to deviate when it comes to that. I
Mm.
don't want to go into details regarding the marking criteria now because it's a little bit lengthy. But just stick to the marking criteria if you have any opportunity to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, try as much as possible, to be organized. Common mistakes here is a lack of organization. But some persons are very disorganized when it comes to letter writing, and this cannot help.
Great. Now, that takes us to speaking. How can candidates improve fluency and confidence in role plays? Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. So I was asking about speaking. How can people improve their
I'm here.
fluency and confidence in role plays?
Okay, for the speaking, I think you just have to speak as natural as you can.
Mm.
Some persons will be forming accents, and that makes them to, you know, lose confidence. No, 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 no. You just have to be natural. Speak as natural as you can. Pretend as if it's a normal setting, like when you talk to your patient on the ward.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. You will not have issues
Okay.
with that. Yeah. So most times, even your interlocutor or your examiner would want to be friendly with you because there's something called I think introductory aspects where you'll be asked about what took you to your profession, why did you go into nursing or medicine or whatever profession you are, and the thing is just talking to you, and you guys are just laughing together before the real role play starts. So here you can actually develop your confidence around this place,
Yep.
and you speak as natural as you can,
As you can.
and all of that. So you won't have
Wonderful. Now, let's move on into our next section. So, we are going to talk about mindset and motivation. What are some common reasons people fail the OET and how can they bounce back? Because there are people who have gone in 1, 2, 3, 4. Charlie, they are just discouraged. Somebody will say, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. So, this question is for such people. What are some of the reasons they fail the
yeah.
test and how can they bounce back?
Yeah. Actually, I think lack of adequate preparation is just the major thing
Mm-hmm.
why people fail. Some person say, "Oh, I'm preparing every day." But if you keep repeating the same thing every day,
Mm.
and it keeps giving you the same result that you
Mm-hmm.
are not confident or you are not comfortable with, then you are doing nothing.
Okay.
Then you should change your direction regarding that preparation. Something is something is not right.
Mm.
Then many people, once they fail, they want to book for another one next. No, it's not done. You have to take a break.
Okay.
Where have I gone wrong? What actually happened?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things, those are the questions you need to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be in hesitant, don't be in a rush or in a haste to, write another one without you reflecting on what you had in the past
Mm-hmm.
and how to prepare or navigate through in this present one you want to do.
Yep. Yeah.
And like I said the other time that mindset is the key to success of OET. Once you have a positive mindset that this thing is doable, I can do it, I'm going in there to smash it, then you don't have any issue. In fact, that will be your driving force.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Amazing. Guys, keep tapping on your screens and let's share the life with people because there's definitely somebody out there who needs this information. JD Benson, I see that you are tapping your screen on endlessly. Thank you very much. Those who just joined in, welcome. Today we are talking about how to pass your OET exam at a go. And we've got Jesus underscore Ness, Femi, who is in the guest seat and she's taking us through all these lovely nuggets. Guys, if you've not yet followed Femi, please click on the plus button, her plus button, and follow her because when we're done with the live session, I'm sure Femi doesn't mind, coaching you. She doesn't mind helping you to to your victory in the OET exam. So stay in on there. If you've got any questions, you can pop it in the comment section. And when we are done with Femi's question and answer session, I mean the interview section, I'm going to allow you guys some time to join the guest seat to ask your questions on the live. But then if your question cannot wait, you can just pop it in the comment section and we are happy to answer you. I hope that's okay. And of course, if you've not yet followed Josephine Greatness, please tap on the plus sign up there to follow me because there are lots of information here for you. I am here for you guys. I am here for you, especially my midwife. That's not to say that nurses and other healthcare professionals, I'm here for you all. When you go on my page, you can see videos all those videos that I have, shared on there. There are lots of information there for nurses, midwife, doctors, scholarships, etc., etc. This page is dope. So make sure you are following. And if you've not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to click on the subscription button and watch all the videos. Go through the portfolio of videos, and you are going to get all that you need, if not all of it, most of it, guys. Great. And it's great having you all here. Keep tapping on your screen and sharing it. Wonderful. So let's go straight into our next question, Omolara. Still on mindset and motivation. How important is mindset when preparing for the OET?
Yeah, I've said it out the other time that mindset is something, um, let me just say, is the key
Mm-hmm.
to success of OET. Is when you have a positive mindset,
Mm-hmm.
don't think you have any issues around it
Yep.
because this will assist you, okay? So it will be like a motivational factor for
Yep.
you. Yeah. So you say it will just be like a driving force. So, but if your mindset is chartered already, you feel, oh, I've tried out countless of time. How would OET work for me? Okay, I've even tried OET once and it's still not working. How do I go about it? Already you are building a negative mindset about it. So And you really need to work on your mindset first before bouncing back again.
Amazing. Amazing. Thanks so much for that answer. Because, guys, mindset is very, very important. There is this story, should I say, is an adage that they use the story of an elephant who was classically conditioned. So the elephant used to they tie a rope to the elephant's leg and tie it to a tree. So the elephant is unable to move further away. They did this for days and for days. That's a negative mindset. And then eventually, whoever was doing this research took off the rope from the elephant's leg. And because the elephant is used to the negative mindset that me, I can't go any further, even though the rope wasn't there, the elephant stayed put. The elephant was stuck to, that negativity. And so it couldn't move. So please, mindset is very, very, very paramount in whatever you're doing, not just writing your OET test, but in whatever you are doing. You can do it. So now let's move on to Femi, this is a question. This is a personal question, okay? So, if there is something you would want to advise your people, I want you to. What's the one thing that you wish you knew before taking your exam?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, actually, I said I failed reading subtests in my first attempt. I wish I knew all the strategies in dealing with the reading subtests
Mm,
in my first attempt. I mean, if I had known, there wouldn't be there wouldn't have been any need to write the second exam. I
mm,
mean, there wouldn't be any need for the second attempt. But I didn't know all the strategies. I just went in for the exam thinking that, oh, this is in medical context with my little preparation, I should be able to navigate through. Unfortunately for me back then, I had just 10 points to go. So
oh
I have
dear.
340 and I'm still looking for 350.
Oh dear.
So I had to go back and, you know, find out all the strategies. And that actually helped me. Because by the time I would go back, I think I had 370.
Mm, amazing. Amazing. So so what you want to say to us is that, in summary, what was the one thing you want to say to anybody before going to write the exam again?
In summary, I would suggest or I would say to anybody that wants to do OET, because I will always tell my candidate that, hey, don't go and throw away that money. That money is huge. It's an expensive examination. You just don't go in and say, let me write for writing sake. Oh, you want to throw away over 300 pounds just like that because of writing sake? No, you dare not do that. I mean, who does that?
It's not
So it's
easy.
huge. So I would advise anybody that would want to go in for that to have adequate preparation.
Great.
Gather all the momentum you will have to around all the post-op tests. Imagine you having listening, reading, speaking, and in writing you are having like 290. Woo!
Mm,
I'm sure you're going to cry
yeah.
when you see that result.
Mm, mm. So this is what I'm going to ask you, Femi. So
So
does it
it is
mean that,
very, very important that you have adequate preparation around all the post-op tests.
okay, so I wanted to ask, so if you don't get the pass mark for one section, you have to write the whole 4 sections again? Is that what it is?
So I didn't get that.
Yeah, I was saying that if you are unable to pass one of the sections, say you didn't get English, does it mean that you have to write all the 4 sections, or you can just write the English, sorry, the speaking aspect? to top it up to the other 3 sections you passed to pass, or you have to write all the
Well,
4 again?
actually, yeah, one thing about OET is that you have to rewrite all the core subtests.
Mm.
But in advanced countries like in the UK, you will register for all, not one. You will register for all, but you can write one and leave the exam hall. You can tell the examiners that, oh, I'm only here for my writing subtest. I'm only here for my listening subtest. So you can write one. I have candidates that wrote one and they left. But you will register for everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that means that you can join, you can, club up your results.
Yes, you can club it up.
Wonderful. That's amazing. That's amazing. So let's move to booking and logistics. How can someone book the OET? How often is it offered?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was
I
asking,
can't hear
how
you.
can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello, Femi. I can hear you, but I guess
The
you
network
can't.
is really, really, I can't hear you.
Okay,
This is
so
breaking or something.
yeah, so this is what we are going to do. I nearly said you should go off and then come back again, but no. Let me mute you and then unmute you again. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so Femi, I've sent you a request to unmute yourself. So kindly unmute yourself. Okay, so can you hear me now? Is it better? I'm okay. How are you too?
And also need some paper.
Okay.
I need to design that machine I wanted to make, okay?
Okay, go and design it. I'll come very soon. Femi, can you hear me? Or have I? No, I've not reduced the volume. Can you hear me, Femi?
Hello, I can hear you.
Good. So I was asking, how can one book for the test? How is it done? I don't know if you are talking, but we can't hear you, Femi.
Okay, somebody wants to come in, right?
No, I'm asking you, how can the test be booked? How do you book the test? What are the test fees and available centers for?
Oh, how the test can be booked.
Yeah.
Okay, the test can be booked online, of course. And the first thing is to get your account creation. You have to create your account, your OET account, so that you can book towards the test. You understand?
Okay.
So then
Your voice is off again. We don't know if you are still talking, but we can't hear you.
another thing is the last time I checked,
If you just joined in, guys, you are welcome. On Smoke 321, I see you all. JD Benson, thank you for tapping your screens. Tiger, you all welcome. Hansi 68, welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Prissy, you welcome. Guys, if you just joined in, this today we are talking about how to pass your OET test. OET, which is the Occupational English Test for healthcare workers, those who are moving to the English speaking countries. You can write either the IELTS or the OET. That's if the country you are going into accepts the OET. So I've got with me here a guest in the guest seat. She is Jesus underscore nurse, and she is an OET coach. She is an OET trainer. So yeah, so if you need somebody to help you with your OET, please click on her follow button, follow her, and she is going to take you through. Great. So if you just joined in, please make sure you are tapping on your screen. Make sure you are sharing the live as well. If you've got any question, regarding OET or any question at all, you can pop it in the comment section. Questions regarding the videos that I have made. The live sessions have come on the Bahamas, the Iceland, UK, USA route. You can, pop the question in the comment section and I'm happy to answer you. And yeah, so Jesus underscore Nez, my question was how can someone book the test and what's the fee? Can you hear me? Hello? Femi, can you hear me? Femi, I guess you may have to change your location. Maybe change where you are a bit if it's about your network.
Yeah, I think I'm doing that now.
Okay. So whilst you're doing that, can you please answer the question of how to book the test and the fees?
Yeah, so I was saying that the the fee for OET, the last time I checked, that one of my candidates registered, I think she said about £345. Because she did it in the UK. So in Naira that would be 200,000. So I wouldn't know in Ghana cities what that would be, but that's the average amount that I have an idea of. So it's very close to £400, but it's not 400.
So what I would say is that wherever you are joining in from, just convert the £400 into your home country currency, or go onto the OET original page and check the price. So when you get the price, you just pop it into your home country currency and you get the current amount. So Femi, do you help people to register? Maybe somebody goes like, oh, I'm struggling. Can you please register on my behalf? Do you do that?
No, I don't do that. I only do the tutorials. That's all.
Okay, so people have to register it themselves. Wonderful. Amazing. So let's talk about, okay, I want to ask, is it true that the OET is now computer based?
Recent times, in Nigeria, there is an issue about centers and all of those things. So it's computer based that's available now. There's no physical center in Nigeria. So I can say for sure that you have computer based already.
Okay.
No problem abroad.
Okay. Wonderful. So let's talk about after the exam. How long does it take to get the results?
Depends. Computer based,
Mm.
it is around 1 week. Yeah, within 1 week you should get your results. But the paper based test is 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks. Roughly 2 weeks, you have the result.
Okay. Okay. And can OET scores be reused for other visa or registration applications?
If it has not expired, you can use it.
Okay.
For example, if you're in the UK and you want to relocate to Australia, for an example, so within the space of 2 years you wrote OET, if it's still valid,
Mm-hmm.
you can without writing another.
Okay. So is there any app, OET app, that you recommend to people to download and use?
No, no. You can only get to the official page and download materials if you want.
Okay. Now let's talk about your OET firm, your OET coaching, OET training firm. What is the name? What is the firm name? How can people get in touch with you and all of that? How much do you charge for your training? Where are you located as well?
Okay. Um, my firm, my company name is Nurse Pro Institute, and you have not registered it anyways. But for my private coaching, I can actually charge £45 per 1 month coaching. If you wanted to extend more than that, it's fine. That means you have to pay more, you know. But for my, because there's a company I work with as well for group classes, if you want, a Merchant Nurse Institute is fine if you want to go by that. There's availability for group classes. That means you can be around 20, 25 in a group.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So, but for private classes, you just have to be alone with your tutor, which is actually the best way to go. There's no distraction. You are one on one with your tutor for 1 month, and she coaches you. You have access to line. You can call her anytime if you have any query or concern about what has been taught. You have access to enough materials and all of those things. So I would advise anybody that wants an intensive coaching to do a private coaching, and it's as beautiful as that.
Okay. So where are you located?
I'm based in Nigeria for now.
Okay. And so do you offer face to face online tutoring, or you mix both?
Why what? I didn't get that. Sorry.
How is the tutoring done? Is it virtual? Is it face to face? Or depending on where the person is, you kind of tailor it towards the person's location? How do you go about that?
Oh, yeah, most times it's online, so I use Zoom.
Mm.
Sometimes maybe WhatsApp call, but if it's not for right and speaking, I don't do WhatsApp call. But for majorly for my listening, reading, and writing is through Zoom. And
Okay.
1 hour 30 minutes per day. That's what I do with my private candidates.
Okay. So you mentioned your fee is for a month. So do you do it every day of the week, or you have about specific days in the week you do your training for that fee?
Well, for that fee, I'm going to um, um, bargain on the availability of the candidates. I'm going to
Okay.
work with is our own schedule, majorly.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So guys, if you need coaching for your OET exam, please get in touch with Jesus underscore Ness. Can you please pop your firm name in the comment section for people? Yeah. So that they can get in touch with you. Yeah. And guys, that is her TikTok profile name, Jesus underscore Ness. And so if you need her services, please click on the follow button, send her a DM. Akosia, I hope you are still here and you've gotten to this far. So please, guys, if you have any question, you can request to join the guest seat. This brings us to the end of the questions, the interview with the OET coach. Femi, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that. And those of you who stayed here, my gifters, those who were tapping the screen, the sharers of the live session, thank you all so much. It's been great having you all here. Don't forget to tap on the plus button on both of us, both myself and my guest. Tap on our plus sign to follow us for this and more. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you're on TikTok, kindly check on my TikTok bio and you find a link there. Just click on it and it will take you in. If you need information about migrating to the UK as a healthcare professional, Germany schools, your midwifery or skills, there are lots of information. There's CV, international CV preparation, supporting statements, etc., etc. There are lots there, interviews. And when you join me on YouTube, please, in the description section of all my videos, you are going to get links to my Telegram page and channel. Those of you who are asking for my WhatsApp contact in my DM and all of that, I don't share my WhatsApp contacts. I don't share my personal contacts on social media. So if you need my support from me, you need help, any help at all you got to do is to join my Telegram page and channel. And I'm not there alone. I've got my colleagues are there. Everybody is there. So even if I'm not available, somebody will definitely answer to your queries. All right. If you want me to DM you on Telegram as well, you can just pop it on the page, and when I see it, I'll come and DM you, because I say that communication on Telegram is the best way you can get me. If you need any support from me, that's the best way. So make sure you are subscribing to my YouTube channel and clicking on the Telegram page and channel. The links are in the description section of all my videos on YouTube. Guys, I'm going to be coming back here with content on how to migrate to Finland, how to migrate to Luxembourg. There's a lot in the pipeline. New Zealand, there is a lot in the pipeline. Australia, Canada, there is a lot. I'm going to be back here with an HR to, take you through some nuggets, HR nuggets you may not know. Before you think about, any employment at all, you need to get information, how to navigate your way around human resource and all of that. So I'm going to be here with a guest to talk about that as well. So please make sure you are keeping an eye on my page, because I'm going to pop details of the dates of these sessions on there. So if you just joined in, you are welcome. And if you feel you've missed it, don't worry, you haven't missed it at all, because the replay of this live session is going to be available on my YouTube channel. So you should be able to watch it if you missed some part of it. Okay. If you know anybody who is in need of an OET coach, please tell them to watch this session. I've named it on YouTube as How to Pass Your OET or Pass Your OET Now on my YouTube channel, Just in Greatness TV. So you should be able to get a replay there. Guys, again, I want to say that thank you so much. Yesterday we hit 10K followers, and it's amazing. It is amazing. Without you all, I wouldn't have gone this far. Yeah. So this is a big up to you all, my lovely followers. I am sure that the content, the information I'm bringing here is, very, very, yeah, thank you, praise. Thank you very much for those jubilation cones. Thank you. So I know that it is because you are appreciative of the information, the sessions that I hold here. That is why you found it worthy to follow. You found me worthy to give me a follow. So I really appreciate you all. God bless you. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you've got any question, make sure you are requesting to join the guest seat. And myself and Femi are going to stay here for about 3 to 5 minutes. If nobody joins the guest seat or nobody pops a question in the comment section, we are going to say have a fruitful week in the upcoming week, guys. We really appreciate you staying around. JD Benson, I see you. God bless you so much for tapping your screen endlessly. Um, Great. So, Femi, God bless you. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your time. I don't know. I don't think you've popped your consult, your company name in the kindly pop it in the comment section so people can easily find you. Or you can as well, if your TikTok, where can people find you? In fact, is you on TikTok? Is you on WhatsApp? How easily can people get in touch with you? Please. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's what I designed.
Yeah. So Femi, how easily can people find you? Thank you so much, JD Benson, for the rules. Hello, Femi.
Do you mean I should on TikTok, right?
Yeah, anyway, just let us know. There are people that they are not TikTok people. So how can people get in touch with you in short? That's the question.
How can people what?
How can people contact you? How easily can people contact you?
Well, I can drop my phone number and they can contact me on WhatsApp if you want.
Okay, so what happens is that TikTok doesn't allow personal numbers in easily like that. To They can filter it and take it off. So guys, the thing is just follow her, send her DM on TikTok. She'll get in touch with you. Okay, she will respond to you. Great. If you have any question, you can join the guest seat. If you don't want to join the guest seat, you can pop it in the comment section. I'm going to play music in the background, waiting for anybody who wants to talk. Great. So, Femi, I'm going to mute you now. In case there is a question you need to answer, then you can unmute yourself. All right.
Non sopra qua for ma posso generare
And guys, I'll say again that please, if you haven't yet followed my music page here on TikTok, please give me a follow there. The page name is Josephine Benson Music. Please, all right. Show me the love you've shown me here on Josephine Greatness page, okay? And make sure you are getting my debut single if you've not yet downloaded your copy. There are free downloads. It's available on all digital platforms. It's also available here on TikTok, and you can use it as your song go first. All right. The title of the song is In This Place. I'm going to pop it in the comment section. In This Place by Josephine Benson.
You are great. You are great. Blessed be the name of the Lord. You are great. You are great. Blessed be the name of the Lord. You are great. You are great.
So guys, that's the title of my debut single, In This Place by Josephine Benson. God bless you all. I really appreciate you all. Those on YouTube, I'm going to bring the session to a close now. God bless you. It was great having you joining in. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please do well to hit on the subscription button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos, alright? It is still just in greatness, your midwife. God bless you all.